Hello, I'm Chad. Welcome to XBeyond 360's educational series. Let's cover the topic of circuit protection when it is related to components such as wiring, fusing, and circuit breakers. When wiring, there are a number of factors to consider, such as routing or lengths, average wire gauge, conductor material, and voltage drop. When routing your wires, it is important to keep the lengths of every run as short as possible. It is also imperative that you avoid any potential abrasion or sharp objects that could cut or damage the wire insulation and cause a short circuit. The gauge of the wire has to be taken into consideration to ensure that it will carry the current load in any given part of the circuit. If the wire is undersized, it will create more resistance and result in a heat buildup that in certain situations could be hazardous. The conductor material or composition is important as it is related to the gauge in that it affects resistance. The higher resistance due to less conductive materials will result in additional heat buildup. Whether it is longer than needed lengths, undersized gauge, or lower conductivity material, the end result is increased voltage drop. Voltage drop can have a detrimental effect on numerous components if they do not receive the necessary power that they are rated for. To prevent voltage drop, make sure that you use the same length cabling when connecting the batteries to your systems. Next, let's cover the importance of how fusing protects your installation and overall safety. Improper design can contribute to performance issues, but those problems can easily be rectified to resolve any negative symptoms. However, what happens when a correctly designed system fails due to an event beyond our control, like a component failure? A fuse is an electrical device that is used to provide overcurrent or short circuit protection for your circuit. The main element of a fuse is a wire or strip of metal that is designed to melt at a specific current. If a failure takes place within your installation that causes excessive current beyond the fuse's rating, its element melts and opens the circuit, which eliminates the threat of overheating damage. Fuses will vary depending on the voltage and current of the application that they are protecting. There may be independent circuits that make up an entire installation that have separate fusing requirements. For example, the circuit for your 6-amp water pump might have an automotive DC type fuse that is rated at 10 amps, while the input fuse for a 3000 volt amp inverter charger could be 400 amps. In any case, it's important to use the correct fuse for a given application. The following are some of the parameters that need to be considered when choosing the proper fuse. Current rating of the fuse, voltage rating of the fuse, time current characteristic, in effect fuse speed, and interrupting rating, which is the maximum current that can safely be interrupted. The final category of circuit protection is circuit breakers. A circuit breaker is described as a switching device that has the ability to interrupt a circuit when an overcurrent or short circuit event takes place. This can take place automatically or manually, but its basic function is to interrupt a circuit flow after it has detected a fault. Circuit breakers are used in both alternating current and direct current circuits, but they are designed specifically for either AC or DC. They are not meant to be interchanged. When looking at RVs, it's probably more common to see breakers in AC loads and fuses for DC loads. There are basically 3 different types of circuit breakers. They are single pole, double pole, and ground fault. Single pole breakers are designed for small 120 volt AC circuits, while double pole breakers are used for larger 240 volt AC circuits that feed appliances like ovens and furnaces. A ground fault circuit breaker is a very sensitive device designed to prevent electrocution by interrupting the circuit when it detects a current imbalance due to power entering a human's body. Thank you for watching our wire, fusing, and breakers video. To view other product videos, user manuals, and specification sheets, visit xbeyond360.com.